No,
May.
it's casual.
Yeah.
I saw it was casual.
Over
maybe
there,
the
yeah,
whole-
it's pretty casual.
But one said that dinner was a dress up.
Well, yeah, right, business casual.
Meets tie optional.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, business casual means a shirt with a tie on, a t-shirt with a tie already put on.
You've been wearing
the same, but the same.
Can I rise from pledge, please? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Anybody has a phone, please put it on silent. Why don't be ringing in the office? All right. So. Minutes. I do have some. Typos, minor typos, census, non-reading. I will talk with, do you have anything?
I sent my typo corrections earlier.
All right.
Legislative.
So, yeah, I will, entertain a motion to approve the minutes with adjustments.
So move.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None heard? Carried. All right, authorized payment of the bills.
Make a motion that we authorize the payment of the bills from fiscal year 2025 through 2026 in the A Fund vouchers numbered 1333 through 1334 in the amount of $5,271.12. And from the current fiscal year of 2026 through 2027, from the A Fund vouchers numbered 23 through 91 in the amount of $68,059.24. From the F and G Fund vouchers numbers 6 through 25 in the amount of $34,355.98. And from the TMA Fund vouchers number 2 through 4 in the amount of $28,466.13.
Can I get a second?
Second.
For the discussion, just so people know, on the A Fund, our LoSAP was $30,693. Workman's comp was $25,600. And our F and G was part of a water tank project that we're working on was $28,000. So those were our large expenditures on those. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard. Motion carried. Privilege of the floor. Mike, anything you wanna?
Update you in quite a bit if you want.
Yeah.
So the building project is coming along on track. We're April 10th is our contractor's drop dead date. And we're gonna make it, I'm pretty sure we're gonna make it. It may have a couple odds and ends. We're having a big open house. Put on your calendars, April 18th. It's gonna be from 10 to 2. So we're gonna be showcasing this place upstairs, downstairs. We'd like, love to all of you to be part of it and talk with Pat. We could do some more planning on that. We're gonna have an open house in our highway department too, because we totally renovated that last fall too, so. Here we just do the both showcasing both of them at the same time. So get the word out. We're already started to advertise it. This Friday, of course, the building's gonna be closed. There's gonna be no electricity. We're doing a electrical have to change the main service coming in. Anybody's welcome to come in and work, but you won't have electricity. Contractor Sullivan will be working downstairs. Downstairs, the police department, most of that's been carpeted and tiled. All the rooms are painted, ceilings are in. Fire alarms are all in, electrical's 99% done. The doors are being hung, casework is being done, so we are moving along. The community room and stuff, that'll be moving into that next. We got the kitchen in. So we're coming right along. There's still 2 weeks worth of good flat out work going, but it is coming along. Very nice. The hallway next week's gonna get painted out here. That whatever color you wanna call it is going away. It's gonna be more of a color like this and black trim, so that's gonna be dressed up. And we do have a deep clean coming. They should be starting this week. It may actually start Friday. cleaning this upstairs to get in preparation for the open house, but to clean up this mess that we got here. So in the next couple of weeks, there'll be a lot more changes coming, so. And plan on coming to the open house. I mean, you guys are gonna be amazed what the difference it looks like down there.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so.
You've
other
done a
than
great
that,
job there, Mike.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna be glad when it's done, running 2 building programs simultaneously and getting, plus my own business and
Yeah.
running the town. I get tired. But
It keeps you young at heart.
I guess, but it's almost over and, we're excited about it, so.
Great. Anybody else? Morgan, I've got you on the agenda. So,
Perfect,
all
thank you.
right. Okay. Moving on, old business, the village EV charging station. I was reviewing one of our notes, we said that we would, address this more in our first meeting in April. But, with electric prices, jumping up again in April. I think we really need to take a hard look at this because right now, this is pretty much, we're subsidizing, free electricity, free charging for anybody that has an EV, which isn't fair to all of our taxpayers. I'm looking for comment and discussion on this.
And then there's also just the mechanical issue with chargers, and you said one has now wires that are exposed.
Yeah, DPW went over and electrical taped the heck out of it. So those are no longer exposed, but I still have concerns from a safety standpoint on that.
It'll buy us a couple of months. Yeah, so the. I agree that we should set up a fee structure, but I don't think that we should take the charging station out of commission until that fee structure is implemented. Folks have been charging for free for several years now. I think that they would rather pay and have a sustainable, reliable source of charging. But we, as a village, did not set it up that way. So to kind of cut it off completely now, put the EV owners, whether they're folks who live in the village or folks who are visiting the village, at a disadvantage, just because it would be difficult for them to find alternative places to charge around here.
I suppose if it was just limited to tourism or visitors, it would be one thing because we understand that. My thought is, if you have an EV vehicle, you should have an EV plug at home and be using your own.
That is certainly an argument, but the EV station has been there. People have made these purchases knowing that that station is there. It just seems like if we were to just take it away, that it would be difficult. Putting in a home charging system is probably going to cost you around $2,000, and that's if your electrical panel doesn't need to be upgraded. So that's like, sure, we can say go ahead and put one in, but that's that would be a big surprise cost to the villagers.
Don't cars come with like a level 1 charging already?
They do, but a level 1 charger would take many hours to charge a vehicle. And so if you're driving, say, 30 miles a day, you might be able to charge overnight in, say, your garage using a level 1. But if you have to go any farther, then that's going to be a bit more difficult. There's a charging station at the Cortland Medical Center, but that's not a short walk. And so what are you gonna do? Sit in your car there for 5 hours while you're waiting for your vehicle to charge. I asked for some costs, electrical costs associated with the rec department office, because that is where the electricity is coming from.
Yeah.
And between, I've got bring it up. Melissa gave me, it looks like between March and November 2025, the electric bill for the rec department office was $333. That's average across all of those months. So, let's assume Andrew never ran the AC or the heat or never bothered to turn on his computer. And we assigned all of that cost to the EV charging. That is $3,996 a year. Spread across all of the tax levied properties, that's $3.03 a year.
Yeah, but it's only being used by a very small select group. I would propose a compromise. I say we shut it off on May 1st. Trustee Arnold has been looking for newer chargers that are going to hopefully be installed in the coming months. This will give us a firm deadline to hopefully have something coming online, and it'll give people a chance to look for other sources of electricity, whether it means putting in a system in their home or going to another place where they could charge.
Is there another option where we can institute a fee structure with our current charging station while we're investigating options for replacing it?
Talked with Liz earlier today, and I was amazed just because holy cow, it's not like we can go to any gas station, just slap our credit card in. She has like 8 different apps. And I'm sure you have quite a few as well. So we are trying to get back with EV Connect, but we've had problems with them. Charge Point seems to be the bigger entity right now. But the problem is the customer service on EV Connect has been absolutely horrible. And when we talk about, the $3 when you cut it across it, now I'm gonna have somebody come back and make a counter argument, then the village needs to give me $3 for gas. The fundamental fairness aspect of it.
I understand the fundamental fairness aspect of it. I don't want my neighbors subsidizing my driving. I've spoken to Trustee Arnold about that. She doesn't either. The problem is that we have set up this situation where we haven't been charging a fee for it. And that's not necessarily the fault of the EV drivers. Again, whether they're villagers or folks who are coming to visit the village. I've reached out to ChargePoint to ask them for a 5-year cost of ownership quote. And I have not yet heard back from them. So I think this is a process that's going to take maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months to replace that charging station. So, I appreciate that we're considering a grace period of, May 1st. But I don't know that that's enough time to really bridge us to a more sustainable solution.
Pat, you were mentioning electrical tape. Is this safe to use right now?
I'm gonna make a call probably within a week or two,
Well, I'm worried that it's not safe to use and something happens.
because the issue that I have with that one is when you're doing the risk analysis. It's a low risk, however, if something was to go wrong, that's a very severe casualty or a result.
Well, if it's not safe to use, shouldn't we be saying do not use right now until we know it's safe to use, right?
Yeah. So we should probably just take the one side offline.
I would be amenable to that.
All right.
But I would like to keep the second side in service until we can replace it.
All right, we will take the one side offline. But we have to keep this front and focused. My concern is we do this partial. And then it just gets going down the road and it gets sidetracked. And that's of no use to anybody. Tim, you gonna say something?
Yeah, we're my $3 for gas.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with Elizabeth because
this is something that should have been done years ago.
Right.
I know, well, I mean, just maybe because people don't have them, now it's more, now the general public is biting our ears. I mean, I've got phone calls. We've had a little discussion with it, and that's the discussion, you know, I went out and bought a vehicle that has gas in it, I don't have no gas, there's no gas pump in the village, I guess me go get free gas. And how do you defend it?
I'm not defending it. I'm saying let's
If-
institute a fee policy until,
Like she said, if we shut it down, then we gotta do something about it, people wanna come, maybe they'll come with some other help with some ideas. I don't have an electric car and I'll probably never get one. But I'm not gonna. Be mad if someone's got one, but I don't think it's fair that. Me, the taxpayer, is paying for that person to plug his car in for free either.
All right, so.
Yeah.
When I was reviewing the notes, we said we would address this
Hmm.
in April. But I did want to address part of it now because of the safety issue.
Yeah.
So I think what we will do is we will take the one side offline for safety. Keep the other side, but we have got to remain focused on how to resolve this. And so we will keep this front and center. So Dan, I don't think we need a motion on that, do we?
Just turn off for safety.
Okay, so, but I think this will, so we'll keep the one side offline, the other one, and then. We've got to remain laser focused on pushing this for a better resolution.
Liz Arnold and I are both looking at this, both in terms of replacing the unit, but also looking at fee structures. How can we make sure that this is a sustainable model that doesn't fall as a burden on the village taxpayers?
Sounds like a plan. All right, we good? All right. Moving on, the DRI Small Project Fund. So I am gonna caveat something real quick. Sometimes we work on projects and we get so into it, we forget and we think that everybody knows what's going on. And we forget that outside of our little area, we are not as open as we should be. And one of the questions that was brought up, I got an email. And it said, well, who are the committee members for the DRI Small Project Fund? And I just didn't think of it because we've been looking at some of these names for a while. I know, I'm not gonna say the assume word, but. So anyways, I'm gonna list them out who our Small Project Fund DRI committee members are. We have Ashley Reelman from the IDA BDC, and she is the lead. We have Melanie Velarde, who is the IDA BDC chair, who is a member. Karen Nade, who is a past IDA BDC member and somebody that worked very closely with the village on the small enterprise grant applications a couple of years ago and has a very intimate knowledge of the village businesses and what we need. It's myself, Tim Maxon from the Trustees, and then we have Stephanie Koslowski, who is a business owner, resident, and was also a member of the DRI, and Ed Porter, who is a past trustee, resident, and member. We had our first meeting last night. We had 5 of the 7. Mr. Porter had called away at the very last minute. And we had 7 projects, of which 4 we fully funded. Those are Little Italy, 15 South Main Street, the Brewster House, and Homer Men and Boys. 2 were partially funded. That was the Berkshire Hathaway building and Endure Industries off of Fulton. We still have $84,000 left from this project. So the next meeting of the committee will also be the end date for applications, which will also be tax day, April 15th. So one of the questions might be, well, do we have anybody that still wants to apply? Yes, we know we have about 4 institutions that want to apply. If they come forward and nothing happens, or they don't, what's the question? What happens with that 84,000? Well, the other two applications that were partially funded, we will go back and see how far the money will go to fully fund those two projects if we get nobody else. Now, the other exciting thing about this is these projects should start turning dirt and making progress in the May timeframe and have to be done within 18 months. So we are gonna start seeing some action on that. All right, so, okay. Accept the updated Homer Fire Department report. The fire department report from last time was their IT was down. So their IT infrastructure is back up. And I will, once everybody has a chance, I will accept the motion to accept the Homer Fire Department report. Motion accept is presented. Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None heard, carried. All right, you all may be wondering why we have these nice glossy pictures of the dam. So for the grants update. I'm gonna throw Dan under the bus.
So yes, that is the facing north side of the dam. A lot of that was covered by vegetation and the foliage under by the parking lots by Albany International was rather thick. Albany International has cleaned house. It's looking very good over there. All that vegetation's gone. The water has been very high. It's now coming down. Some of the vegetation has been pulled away from where that dam is. And as you can see, there's still a foundation that goes clear across pretty much the channel of the river. There's actually a little segment of rocks, nice little stack, looks about 4 feet high or so. So the project that was put together, and I'm pretty sure this wasn't in Keystone's original engineering report, didn't account for this foundation. We've already been in contact with Albany National. I've talked to the plant engineer over the past couple of weeks. We had discussions with him years ago. Albany National expressed interest in assisting the village. That was about as far as we went. No monies were changed hands or anything firmed up. The plant engineer and myself now are of mind that we need to rejigger these conversations. There is a new plant manager that's in place, and will be a new plant engineer next month. So introductions will have to be made, and we'll have to make some. We'll have to have some discussions over the next springtime and summer of what exactly how we want to attack this project. Money's in the grants as is only 215K. That pretty much was only accounting for, I think, the structure that's right next to gets the embankment of the parking lot there. It's no way it's going to take care of that foundation. And so I think a larger project should be discussed and discussed with DEC, discussed with Albany International, removing all of that, straightening the channel, and then putting, shoring up the embankment of the riprap on both sides, and to get a nice straight rush of water that will be beneficial for the new bridge, hopefully that IGABDC is going to put downstream as well. So there's many moving parts in this river yet to shore up, but I do not think the grant that we have that sunsets end of October this year, it's inadequate to take care of the true nature of what needs done. I'll talk with DEC if they want to keep extending it, and then we apply for more monies at the CFA. We see what will be international, how interested they may be in helping, and we'll take it from there. But there's more discussions to be had to account for what's there.
Thanks, Dan.
Yep.
All right, on to new business. I thought we had already done this, but apparently not, is to approve Nate Parker as the DPW HEO. As we look into that.
Make a motion that we approve Nate Parker as the DPW HEO.
I have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard, carried. Approve the lien release of 0.12 acres at 17 Clinton Street from the CDBG Declaration of Interest. Dan, do you wanna?
This was a house that got monies from the CDBG housing grant that we received in 24 and processed through 2025. As a function of the projects, the homeowner has to have a 5-year lien pushed on their property. So they fix it up, they can't leave for 5, or can't sell for 5 years. If they do, they have a percentage that they must pay back. This person, the 0.12 acres have nothing to do with their home, as I understand it. It's just a piece of land to the adjoining property next to her that she wants to deed over. So it has no bearing really much on the CDBG project. So I would recommend at least releasing this portion of her property.
Look at a motion, I'd approve a motion to lien release of 0.12 acres at 17 Clinton Street from the CDBG Declaration of Interest. I have said motion.
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None heard, approved, carried. All right, I'm excited about this one. Approve the addition of 3 recreation committee members.
We have 3 potential recreation committee members join our rec meeting last week. They all had great ideas for the rec department and expressed an interest in becoming members. We've been searching for new members because we've had some people who've left recently, including a junior member, high school student, which we always include because of our focus on lots of activities for youth. And Andrew is joining us too. If there are any further questions about the 3 people, but the 3 residents interested in joining are Stephanie Eddy, Jessica Burkhans, and Levi Stiles.
Andrew, anything you want to add?
Good evening. Just like you said, it's pretty exciting to have some new people that are interested. They showed up. Tim and Elizabeth were there. All 3 were enthusiastic, and we're looking to keep things moving forward. Elizabeth sent me some documents today that were found that regarding our bylaws and possible updates to that will be made. So looking forward to hopefully getting these 3 approved and moving forward.
Okay.
I make a motion that we approve Stephanie Eddy and Jessica Burhans as full members of the Recreation Committee and approve Levi Stiles as our junior member of the Recreation Committee.
I'll second that. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None heard, motion carried. All right, Dan, you're up.
It's just approved. It's just, you don't have to read the.
Oh, we don't have to read it?
No, we'll just post it in the paper.
All right, newspaper advertising. All right.
We're reading
2026 is Fair Housing Month in the village.
for the month of April,
Say yeah,
the month of April.
month of April. All right. Can I get a motion to approve April 2026 as Fair Housing Month in the Village of Homer?
Make a motion to approve April 2026 as Fair Housing Month for the Village of Homer.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard?
And therefore, no one knows, the fair housing officer for the village of Homer is myself.
Yes. All right. Discuss applying for the 2027 CDBG housing application. For those, is anybody not familiar with the CDBG housing? It's been a great program. Helps those that have housing needs make repairs to their homes. We've had numerous occasions where some of our residents have had unfortunate luck with anything from a tree falling on their house to knob and tube wiring. And this program has been an excellent method for them to make improvements, especially in cash-strapped times like these. And the requirements are you have to live in your house for 5 years and meet certain thresholds. So this is a great program. And I would highly recommend that we apply for this.
Any reason why we wouldn't?
No. Generally, Toma was our grant administrator last time. They handled all the administration, so it was an easy lift for us at the village level. there's nothing that I can think of why we wouldn't do it.
Sure. Do you need a motion?
Yes.
I will make a motion that we apply for the 2027 CDBG housing application.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, for further discussion, so we will apply in 2027. Funds will be available in 2028. So we're looking long-term here.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Is this something the town should be looking at too?
I think so.
Yeah.
I know we had one a number of years ago, but some of these, I'm not all that familiar with all these types of grants.
Yeah,
It's a pretty easy thing to apply for. I would recommend RP and getting a grant consultant, because CDBG paperwork is quite voluminous. And so it's helpful to have a consultant.
Maybe I'll pick your brain later this week.
I'm more than happy to talk.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, anything like that that helps us both.
No, absolutely. All right, we have a motion, we have a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None heard. All right, motion carried. All right, approve the Cortland County Community Service Club banner. So,
Make a motion that we approve the Portland County Community Service Club banner for hanging from April 20th through May 1st.
and for those that aren't as familiar with them as the Cortland Community Service Club, you might better know them as Corn Ducky Derby Duck Race. So, all right,
Second.
any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Tim?
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? None heard, motion carried. All right. We have a special visitor today. Morgan Spalding from the county, who is one of my favorite people right now. So,
Bringing a giant check for us.
well,
Should be in the mail.
yeah. So, Morgan, would you like to give a quick overview of
Yeah,
the grant that we're looking to do?
yeah, so Empire State Development, this is their second year doing it, but they have a county infrastructure grant program. Funding can be up to $1 million if we can attach 10 new housing units to it, 500,000 if we cannot. The county is the applicant, and then we are able to sub-grant it out or sub-award it out. Back in January, we actually put out a letter of intent to see if we could get projects. That closed probably February 20th, I think was our closing date for that. We went through projects that were submitted. Unfortunately, none of them were really great fits. So we were not, I wouldn't say scrambling too loud, but really trying to pull together projects. We'd hate to see this funding not go towards our community. We remembered you guys had a water tank project that I think when I was here back in January, you guys had just announced you guys got your award. So we had that in mind, and then we also knew about the Arbor Brook Flats development happening down the road. So we've been in contact with Arbor Brook Flats. That really is a great project, 36 new housing units. We would love to help fund that and their infrastructure. The caveat to this is it does have to go towards publicly owned infrastructure. Arbor Brook Flats is perfect, as well as your guys' water tank. So we met with one of the reps for Arbor Brook, and then we met with Pat Clune too, and we're super excited to go through with this application. We're not only gonna help the water tank, which will help the housing development, but as well as electrical and roadway infrastructure development. So we're super excited. This is just really part of the application is show public support, both government support and all of that. So if there's any questions, I can take any.
So you can see that the infrastructure grant program letter of intent to apply is in our packet. I have written a letter of support, which I've already signed because I figure you guys are gonna tell me to, but if not, but it says letter of support for the county infrastructure grant program to whom it may concern. On behalf of the Village of Homer, I am pleased to offer our board's full support for Cortland County's application for the county infrastructure grant program. The Arbor Brook Flats Development Infrastructure Improvements will assist in creating 36 units of housing within the Village of Homer, as well as set the conditions for future medium and high density housing. This grant will leverage ongoing water and sewer infrastructure improvements to maximize the use of funding. creating more opportunities and capacity to support not only this project, but future housing development. The village has a great relationship with Cortland County and the developer to bring more housing availability into our area. If there are any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact me, yada, yada, yada. Patrick Clune, Mayor, Village of Homer. So does that suffice for a letter of support?
Is even better than what I could have written. So, thank you.
No. So I would entertain a motion that we submit the letter of support and move forward with this grant proposal.
Move that we submit the letter of support and move forward with the grant proposal.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard. Morgan, do you want this right now?
If I could,
Yes.
that'd be awesome. I just want to thank you, but I know think Dan and I will be working really close to just getting a few more extra documents in, so I appreciate all your quick responses and all of that as well.
Does grant apply to any of these historic bridges?
Not this round, but possibly next round, but talk afterwards, I'm sure there's probably other opportunities as well. Yeah, so yeah, definitely.
But Mike, let's get our money first. and then-
Will benefit you, these bridges.
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad to give them to you.
Well,
I'll sign more than.
Ooh, I'll think about that. We'll discuss that later. All right. All right, next up is to appoint a day for Amnesty Day. I don't have my phone with me, so.
April, I thought it was me.
Do it around Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're looking at Saturdays in May.
Yep.
We have Saturday, May 2nd, till the 9th.
That's
Six.
for Mother's Day.
The 23rd and 30th.
I believe he did say May 16th.
Yeah, I think the problem with doing it the day before Mother's Day is that then they close down the area around it, and some people use that as a time for gardening and
Yeah.
need access to mulch.
Sure, May 16th.
Okay.
May 16th?
May 16th.
May 16th. All right,
Make a motion that we name May 16th as Spring Amnesty Day.
second,
Second.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard. May 16th is Amnesty Day. All right.
Nothing.
Uh,
Nothing to say. What? Nothing to say.
Comments by board members. I started it over this time last time, didn't I? All right, I'll start over on my left. Tim? Okay. Back to you. That was quick.
Oh, wow. Yeah, boomerang right back. More of a question, something I'm looking into. Realized my CPR certification has expired, and so I was wondering if there'd be any interest in hosting a CPR class that villagers could sometime this year.
Oh, man, Andrew just won.
I know,
I
it's hardly recreation.
You should have signed up the Coastal League baseball, and put it down last Saturday to play out.
But anyway, that's just something I'm thinking about.
Okay, well, if you come up with something, let us know. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Okay.
No, nothing.
Wow, all right, you guys are good. So just a couple things. One, on Saturday, April 11th, 2026, from 10:30 to 12:30. At the Phillips Free Library, they're gonna launch a decodable literacy hub to support early readers and Homer. Obviously, I need to attend that. So we'll have that, we'll put that out on the village. Okay. We had received a request from the city of Cortland to support their request for a transportation alternatives program, and they needed it short notice for Homer Avenue. And so I wrote one just for myself, not board, because I couldn't put you all together, but just as the mayor personally, I wrote a letter of support for their transportation alternatives program application to move forward. If anybody's interested in that. All right. Next up, we got every year we have to do an AFR, and we go through, I just got our results from 2024, 2025. So with everything that's going up with our budgets, we went to our fiscal stress, went from no designation to susceptible fiscal stress. That is the lowest of the three. After that is moderate and significant. However, this again is a year behind, and we are already taking actions to mediate that.
Is
Yes.
that annual fiscal review?
AFR, yes, yeah. And the thing is that this is because by the time they get everything, it's already a year late. We did get a notification that they said, they noticed that we overrode the tax cap. And they said we had an allowable limit. We exceeded our allowable limit by $93,562.97. Now, if you take into effect that we lost $100,000 in sales tax, I'll let you guys do the math. However, because we followed proper procedure, we are in compliance. All right, so that was part of that, so. And I have extra copies if anybody is so interested. All right, now, done with the not so pleasant stuff. Maple Fest is coming, and Centro is doing a shuttle bus. So it'll be $1 each way. Saturday, April 18th from 9 to 5, and Sunday, April 18th from 9 to 4. They'll start at the county office building and go to the village of Marathon every 30 minutes during the festival. So we will have those out, so when it gets closer, people can know. All right, and the last thing I believe I have is the mobile food pantry at the YMCA Thursday, March 26th from 11 to 3. Located at the Cortland Family YMCA for any that are in need of that. We'll have that up in the village as well. All right. Questions? Morgan, thank you for coming.
You guys.
Lily, any questions for us?
No, I'm okay.
All right. Brian, anything for us?
All good.
All right. All right. Do need to go into executive session shortly, for a short matter of personnel in accordance with section, Article 7, Section 105, New York State Public Officers Law.
I make a motion now at 6:44 that we go into executive session pursuant to New York State Public Officers Law, Article 7, Second.
Second.
All fair, say aye.
Aye.